This is the Jersey recap trip back in my home state, and I'm just showing you guys what it looks like in real life. All right, we got our 4-unit building, apartment complex here in Jersey City, just 7 minutes from NYC. Dope part about this asset is we got a seller that we're working with, get the property under contract for about $2 million. The ARV on the property after repair value is about 3.7, 3.75. Property needs about $800,000 in work. We're about $34,000 in closing costs. But don't forget, if you sell a property, you got to pay commissions. So about another $150,000 in commissions on the selling costs. And don't forget, while you're holding the asset to actually renovate it, you got what's called carrying costs, about another $24,000 or so in those carrying costs. So essentially all in on the asset, we're going to be about 3.2 million, selling for about 3.7, about a 505,000 approximate net profit, which with our financing, we got to put 500,000 down, $500,000 down. But we're gonna make $500,000 in profit in 8 to 10 months. That's 101% annualized ROI. This is how my brother and I, and how we look at in the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, underwriting opportunities, whether it be buy and hold, buy and flip developments. So right now we're gonna take a little walk inside. This building right here, apartment building in Jersey City, we are underwriting for a fix and flip development or potentially a buy and hold for the last name or for the TREF fund. So let's go. All right, so this is an opportunity that my brother Art Morrison III and I got from our real estate network. We teach our students to leverage your SOI, your sphere of influence, to get deals. So we know you can put bandit signs up, you can put mailing letters out, and do ringless voicemail, and use all these softwares to find off-market properties. Well, we found this off-market asset just by tapping into our extended real estate network, what we call filter sources, planting seeds with people that can filter your business. So we got filtered this $2 million building in Jersey City, 7 minutes from the financial district of the world, New York City, where we have an opportunity to invest about $800,000 of renovations to raise the after repair value to about 3.75 million, right? So when you add in our closing costs, about 34,000, our financing cost to sell, about 149,000 commissions, and then when you factor in our carrying costs of $24,000 plus, we'll be all in about $3.2 million on this asset, right? About 3.25, and be able to sell about 3.75. And with that, we got a $505,000 approximate net profit. Remember, gross profit is everything. That's before expenses. Net profit is after expenses, $500,000 or 101% ROI. That's with a $500,000 down payment for the financing and the construction. So it's an amazing opportunity for us that we can do 3 things with this asset, right? We got 3 potential strategies as we underwrite this opportunity. So 1, we can invest the full $800,000 to fully do a gut job on all 4 apartment units and be able to sell at that max ARV of about 3.75 and growing. Remember, we're in a seller's market right now, and we are at the brink of the financial capital of the world in New York City, where everyone's moving out of expensive New York into New Jersey, right? So we have a great opportunity for that 3.75 to maybe be 3.8, 3.9 by the end of 8 to 10 months of doing the renovations and development on this project. This is our beautiful backyard patio veranda here in Jersey City. This is an opportunity for what we call a value add. To spruce this up and make this something that you love to cook out in. Like right now, the cookout game we a little weak, but we got opportunity, right? These opportunity, this is where the treasure's at. Where you might see trash, we see treasure. That's real estate development 101. Now, we have another opportunity though, because in that 8 to 10 months where we can max out and optimize our cash flow and our net profit and our ROI, during that 8 to 10 months, the market can also correct itself. It can shift and we can actually lose equity and lose value, right? Interest rates can go up. Sellers stop selling, banks stop loaning, buyers stop buying, and it goes from a seller's market and flips or corrects itself to a buyer's market. Now the buyers have all the power and the value. That 3.75 ARV after repair value can now be 3.2 or even 2.9, and we'll be asked out, to be honest with you, right? So we want to maybe hedge against that and look at an opportunity to put maybe 100,000 to 300,000 in renovations. And therefore, by doing so, with 100 to 300,000 renovations, we'll be able to still make a few $100,000 in profit, still make a significant ROI, but then hedge against or leverage against the market potentially correcting itself. That's why being safer, getting in and out of this property and this opportunity in about 3 to 5 months versus 8 to 10 months. A little safer, a little less money, right? So we have that opportunity. Or we can take either renovation, high-end or low-end renovation, right? Or reconstruction of the property and just rent the asset out, collect cash flow, and hold it for a long-term asset for our last name or for the equity and appreciation for the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Now, with that, we got the power and control of the asset. We got the air rights here in Jersey City. One day we're going to build up on the asset. We got the mineral rights. We have all the cost segregation opportunities of what's called personal tangible property that we can actually depreciate from the asset. That means anything in here that we can take out with a screwdriver or a hammer, like this, you can take it out. We can write this off and depreciate this asset. We can write these off and depreciate these cabinets from our earned income, therefore having a lower taxable income, therefore saving more money from cost segregation, what's called capital depreciation, right? On the asset, another part of our tax benefits, depreciating the whole asset through capital depreciation. Plus, we can depreciate all of our closing costs, maintenance costs, property management costs, and all the interest on the mortgage we can write off from our earned income in our taxes, right? So another amazing tax opportunity from holding a $2 to $3 or even $4 million asset. Now, power, control, air rights, mineral rights, tax advantages, cash flow, passive income, rental income, mailbox money, right? We have all those opportunities as well. So we're thinking about a long-term hold play where we can refinance and get majority of our capital back, majority of our down payment, majority of our renovations, get majority of that capital back, if not all of it, while keeping an asset for the long-term benefits. So these are all the scenarios that an investor and developer plays around, or private lender plays around in his or her head to determine what's the best bang for my buck. But although it's all collateralized by real estate, right, from a safety perspective, we got to think about market conditions. We got to think about rental conditions. We got to think about our goals, right, in our investment firm. So all these things we consider as we make a transaction work. Now, here's the cool part, though. We even can do this deal with no money out of our pocket in real life, like no gimmick. Simple as this. Our partner, the seller, he's interested in being a part of the opportunity as well. He's looking to liquidate to do bigger projects and bigger deals, but is also interested in either seller financing and or reducing some of the cost and having some equity in the long-term benefits of the transaction. So now a $500,000 down payment can literally get cut in half to a $250,000 down payment using seller financing or seller equity partnership, what we call syndication. Now that $250,000 that we got to put up, think about it. We're looking at 101% cash on cash ROI. Think about it. In the bank, you're getting meaning less than 1% in the bank. And the IRS is taxing you on the 1% interest that you even make in the bank. And inflation's at 7%, so your 1% don't even break even on inflation. So with 101% ROI, how attractive is that? Even if we said half of that. So we said, you know what? There's 101% ROI. We'll take half for ourselves, 50%. But let's leave 50% cash on cash ROI for potential investment partners. Maybe not 50%, it's pretty generous. How about 25% cash on cash ROI for potential investment partners? So now we offer potential investment partners from their 401k, 403b, IRA, self-directed IRA, savings account, checking account, CDs, crypto markets, stock exchange market, futures, options, whatever, entrepreneurs who are successful, or someone who has equity in their home but wants to leverage that equity to do more real estate. We find those cash partners to be able to give them a 25% return of this transaction from our management, our sourcing the deal, and our facilitation of the renovations and rehab. Now we get other people involved, give them a win-win of a 25% return and not finding many other places in the market, while we still benefit the delta, the positive arbitrage of 75% ROI, why partner with our seller on a 50% of the down payment and did a whole deal with no cash out of our pocket? That's how you syndicate and do this business at the highest level in real life. As a 4-unit apartment building in Jersey City, New Jersey, prime real estate asset, right? Worth millions, that you literally have 3 scenarios to take down and do it without any money in your pocket, all from knowledge base. You don't got a credit problem. You don't got a cash problem. All you got is a strategy problem in real life.